Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to Roke's to Live. I'm sorry for coming up late. I wanted to come up earlier, but there have been a very serious storm, so I had to wait for the noise to die down before coming up. So, how are you all doing? How are you doing today? I hope you are fine. Is it raining in your area? If it is it so serious? Because this started last night. It was so serious. In fact, it was so serious. And we had a part two of it this afternoon. So I hope you're all doing great. You're welcome to the live session. Today is Wednesday, right? Yeah, today is Wednesday, 8th of April 2026, and we are live here again. So, what are we going to be discussing today? Yesterday, I began a short series. It's going to run for just a few days. I began a short series of YouTube terms that you should be conversant with. Okay. Now, if you don't understand these common YouTube terms, you are basically guessing your way to success on the YouTube streets. All right. So today we'll continue to break them down. We will continue to explain them so that you actually understand what the algorithm wants. All right. As at yesterday, we took session one, which is performance metrics. Under that, we looked at impression, views, watch time, average view duration, audience retention, and unique viewers. Though our first term then was actually CTR, but I put that out as a question for you to answer. So if you have not answered that, please check the live check the replay of the live stream of yesterday so that you drop your answer in the comments. And we also went to section two, which is the algorithm and reach. There we talked about engagement rate, suggested videos, browse features, search traffic, session time, and external traffic. We took time to explain these terms, okay, and gave little examples here and there. So today we are continuing with section three, which is content strategy. All right. If time permits, after this section, we'll move over to another one. So I'll be back with you in a jiffy to begin explaining these terms. In the meantime, if you check on your screen, you'll see our question for today. Okay, that is actually hook. Hook is actually one of the terms we are supposed to look at um, under content strategy. So I'm not going to be saying anything about hook. You are going to tell me what hook is. All right. We have some options there. So you pick the right option and drop your option in the comments below. If you are magnanimous enough, you can also give us a little explanation. So if you are joining us, please give us your answer on the question on the screen. So I'll be back shortly to begin explaining the terms of today. Don't go anywhere, stay with me, okay? Welcome back. So if you're just joining me, please, first of all, you're welcome, okay? You're welcome if you're just joining. And then please give the live stream a thumbs up, all right? Give it a thumbs up. You can say hello. You can also tell me where you are watching from. Where are you watching from, all right? Then after that, head over to the side, look at the question on the screen, and tell me your answer. I want to see your answer in the comments below, all right? Wow. So we'll begin explaining our terms for section 3, all right? In section 3, we are talking about content strategy, okay? And the first there, which is number 14, continuing from yesterday, number 14, is niche. Niche. You're a YouTuber, you hear, people might even ask you, what's your niche, okay? Niche. Some will say niche down, some will say some want to change their niche and all that. So as a new YouTuber or an old YouTuber who has not actually known this term, what does niche mean? Niche simply means your content focus, okay? We have different niches. It simply means the kind of content you create on YouTube here. Under what's your focus? Okay, what's the focus of your content? For example, I, for one, my niche or my focus is actually AI editing, content creation, and YouTube tips. Okay, I don't know. You might actually say that's a combination, but it still follows as one umbrella. Okay, we have people in the entertainment niche. We have people in the gaming niche, the cooking niche, natural hair or hair niche, cosmetics. I don't know, is there a niche like that? Yes, those in the faceless, those of you doing faceless channels. You know, some of you are in the African folk tale niche, some are in revenge stories, American stories, even the prayer niche, okay, the Bible niche, Bible stories niche. So this is niche. This is what you mean by niche. The focus of your content. All right. So that's that. Number 15 is actually hook, but I'm not going to say anything about hook. You should tell me what hook is. So where am I pointing to now? Okay, is the question here or here? Okay, I think the question is here. Okay. So if you have not answered our question, please drop your answer in the comments below. So we'll skip number 15 because number 15 is for you to tell me what it is, and we'll move over to number 16. Number 16 is value proposition. Value proposition. So value proposition is actually why someone should watch your video. As in, you put a video out there, right? What are you bringing to the table with that video? What are you bringing to the table? What value do you want to add? Or to my career? Well, your career is part of your life, right? What value are you bringing? Wow. Please, I hope the noise is not much. I'm not even using my mic. Oh, wow. Okay, when I take my next break, I'll put on my mic. I forgot that. So what value are you bringing to your viewers' lives? That's your content proposition. Okay, and you should make your content proposition clear and strong. To make it clear and strong. For instance, when we started this live stream, I told you that we are here to explain various basic or common YouTube terms that you should know as a YouTuber. All right, so that's the value I want to bring to you through this live stream. You know, in every of my video, I tell you in this video, this is what you are going to, this is what I'm going to be telling you. So this is what I'm bringing to the table. So that's my value proposition. All right, so your value proposition should be clear. You don't make a video and the purpose of making that video is not even clear. Even you cannot explain it. So your value proposition should be clear at every time, and it should be strong too. All right, it should be something that can impact your hearers, your viewers. All right. So that's number 16. And number 17 is content pillars. Content pillars. I hope you won't spoil that thing. Content pillar. Have you ever heard of that term, content pillars? Have you heard of it? Well, your content pillar is actually your main content categories. Your main content categories. Okay? If we bring your content now, under what category does it fall? Okay? Like me in my niche and in what I do here, I make tutorials. Okay? I make tutorials. That's a content pillar, right? YouTube growth tips. So if we are to split, okay, in my tutorials now, I make CapCut. I make CapCut tutorials. I also make Canva tutorials as well, other AI tutorials. Okay, so that's your content pillar. If we are to split your entire content into various categories, that's your content pillars, right? Okay. Then number 18 is packaging. Packaging is a very common term, even outside YouTube, right? Yeah, packaging. So in YouTube here, what's your packaging? The packaging is a combination of your title and your thumbnail. Okay, so that's your packaging. You get your title, you get your thumbnail. That combo is your packaging. And this actually determines if people will click your videos, all right? So if your title is not all that, if it's not right, or not really right now, if it's not strong, if it's weak, the title is weak, or your thumbnails are weak, people may not click, all right? So let me say at this point that if you are struggling with making thumbnails, please check my channel. I have 3 videos in a row, okay, back to back, 3 videos that exclusively deals with how you can create your thumbnails. The first one is how to create your thumbnails in Canva. The second one is how to create thumbnails if you own a talking head channel. That's in your channel, you show yourself, okay, how to create thumbnails for such kind of content. And the third one, which was my last video, is actually how to make good thumbnails for faceless story channels. All right, so if your content is on African folktales, Bible stories, American stories, whatever kind of stories, you own a story channel, most probably a faceless story channel, how to make beautiful thumbnails. So watch my video, and my videos now, it's not video, there are 3 videos, there are 3 videos. So watch the 3 of them. By the time you finish watching the 3 of them, you'll be doing very well in terms of your thumbnail creation, okay? And your packaging, your packaging will be right, your packaging will be right. So your packaging is a combination of your title and your thumbnail, okay? And it determines if people click on your videos, all right? And last but not the least on this section, just on this section, okay? After this, we're going to another section. The next section is actually click psychology. Psychology behind clicking on your videos, all right? So on this content strategy section, the last term we're looking at there is script. Script. What is script? Script is the structure of your video, okay? The structure of your video. For instance, like I always say, my long form videos, the structure of my videos is I have an intro, usually have an intro, and after that I have the tutorial proper. Okay, and after that, I have my outro. As I come back to round up and tell you bye. Okay. So from the beginning to the end, you see the way it's structured. That is script. Now it goes down to involve what and what you're going to be saying, or what and what you're going to be doing. Not only saying. Script does not only have to do with saying. Okay. What and what you're going to be doing in the various sections of your video. Okay. What actions you're going to be taking, the words you're going to be saying. Now, the best way to structure your videos is to have a script. Yeah, is to have a script. Though there are people who just come online and they just set their camera and they just talk. Well, I think that will probably depend on the niche. Okay, if your niche is something that permits you just coming up to just say anything, probably say vlog. Yeah. That works well for vlogs. You might do without a script, but when you have like my kind of content, I must have a script, okay? Because I'm doing tutorials, I'm teaching you something, all right? So I should have a script. It's like a plan, actually. It's like a plan. What do I plan to say in this video? And how do I plan to say it? How do I plan to do it? Okay, should I talk for the first 5 minutes, then I take a break and this, or then I go this, and I take this action, or I show this, I show that. So it's actually your content plan, all right? Put down together. Sorry, put down, okay? That's your script. You can write down your script. You can actually use a pen and a paper to write down your scripts for your videos, or you can use the system like I always do. You use the system. I actually use Google Docs. Okay, I use Google Docs to script. That's where I script my videos. All right. You could also ask for help from ChatGPT, one thing or the other. If you don't understand one thing or the other, you can ask for help from ChatGPT. But at the end of the day, you put everything together in one place, either written down or on the text application in your laptop or in your phone. It could even be in the notepad of your phone, okay, where you take notes in your phone, your mobile phone. But I personally do mine in Google Docs. I can't work without Google. There are some things I can't work without. Maybe one day in these lives we'll talk about that. There are some things I can't just do without. Okay. And one of them is Google Docs, because that's where I organize my content and even my scripts. Okay, so that is script. So that's what we're going to be taking under content strategy. We've looked at niche. I've left hook for you to tell me. We've looked at value proposition, content pillars, packaging, and we just finished with scripts. Okay, so we'll take a very short interlude for me to get my mic, and I can see that my laptop battery is going down, so I'll have to turn on my solar battery to charge. Okay, so let me just fix those things before we continue. In the meantime, while I'm away doing that, I would like you to drop your comments. Tell me where you're watching from. Tell me how you're doing, and answer this question. Okay, this question you're seeing on your screen. Give me your answer to it. All right. So enjoy the music as well while I'll be setting those things. Just enjoy the music. I'll see you in a jiffy. Hello, hello. I'm back. So, okay. So I've put on my mic now. I don't know how I forgot that. Um, and I have, let me acknowledge those of you who are around. Okay. My own comments. Well, okay, light bearer Paul. I see you. I see you. Light bearer Paul says B. Okay. Paul Chimike says B. Okay. Eliezer, hi. Hi. You've not told me your answer, or Eliezer. You've not told me your answer. Okay. Thank you all for joining me. Please give the live stream a thumbs up, okay? Give the live stream a thumbs up. And if you're watching the replay, please like the video, okay? Like the video and give me your answer to this question. I really love to know, okay? So let's move straight to section 4. Section 4 is about click psychology. Click psychology. So what terms do we have under click psychology? Well, number 20 on our list is curiosity gap. Curiosity gap. Have you heard of that term before? Okay, so curiosity gap is giving just enough info to make people click. All right, so that talks about your title and your thumbnail, okay? Because those are the two things that people will see before clicking on your videos. For someone to click on your video, the person must have seen your video title and your thumbnail, okay? So whichever one is making the person click, someone may click on your video just because of the title, someone else may click just because of the thumbnail, and others will click because of both, okay? Both the title and the thumbnail. So for curiosity gap, in the title and the thumbnail, you'll just be given just enough info to make people click. All right, you're not giving out everything there, but just enough. Okay, so that forms a curiosity gap, you know. After seeing the title, after seeing the thumbnail, and the viewer may actually wonder, okay, so what's this person trying to say? What does this person have in store in the video? So you've stirred up some curiosity, all right? And there's a gap, there's a knowledge gap, there's an information gap. So that viewer gets to fill that gap by clicking and actually watching your video, all right? So that's curiosity gap. And then we have open loop. Open loop. Have you heard of that term before? Open loop. Okay, so when next you hear open loop, what it actually means is a question that you create that must be answered. A question that you create that must be answered. Okay. Okay. So it could be in your title, it could be in your thumbnail, and it means that in your video, you must answer that question. Okay. So that's an open loop. You just leave it out there. You put it out there and you leave it like that. So for that question to be answered, your viewer will have to click on your video. Okay. All right. So in other words, let's learn this. In other words, when you structure your videos going forward, working on your thumbnail, working on your video title now should include a bit of these elements, right? You might not include all of them once in one video, okay? But you could apply this today, you apply that tomorrow, all right? So it will help to add some curiosity gap to your packaging. Remember, we said in the previous section that the packaging is a combination of your title and your thumbnail, all right? And you could also add an open loop, which is a question you create that must be answered, right? Next on our list, number 23, we have emotional trigger. Wow, emotional trigger. Okay. Emotional trigger is when your title and your thumbnail, when it triggers certain emotions, okay, in viewers. All right. It is also using fear, excitement, or surprise. Using these elements, embedding these elements into your video titles and your video thumbnails. All right. And this drives emotion, and emotion, these things arouses emotion, and emotions drive clicks. Emotions will make someone to click. You know, you see a title and the title says that the world is ending tomorrow. You will wonder, what's this person talking about? Would it be true? You know, and it moves you to click. All right, moves you to click. So that emotion now will be fear. But it's not good to instill fear in people. But let's face facts. Let's face facts. We see these things in YouTube, right? You just see some titles, you just see some thumbnails, and if you're not careful, fear will just come upon you. All right. Well, I would rather excitement comes upon me or surprise. Like I said, we have different types of emotions, okay? But these are the common emotions that some titles and thumbnails, some video packaging stirs, all right? Fear, excitement, and surprise, okay? So these emotions can drive clicks. So if you're trying to increase engagement for your videos, you could apply this, okay? Henceforth, add some emotional triggers to your packaging. Remember, your packaging is what? A combination of your thumbnail and your video title. So that will be the end of section 4. That was click psychology. The next section we'll be going to is analytics and optimization. Okay, analytics and optimization. So in a jiffy, we'll begin that. We'll begin that. Okay. So we'll continue now, okay? Please, if you're just joining me, give this video, give this live stream a thumbs up. And if you're watching the video, you're watching the replay, please give the video a thumbs up. Tell me where you're watching from and give me your answer to this question on the screen, okay? So let's continue. Let's go to section 5. Section 5 is analytics and optimization. All right. So number 24, we have A/B testing. A/B testing. When you check, okay, the section is called analytics and optimization. So most of the things we're going to be talking about here, I'm sure there are things you will be seeing in your YouTube studio, okay, your channel back end, the analytics tab, the analytics tab of your YouTube studio. I hope my mic is on. Oh, hope you can hear me. Okay, I think my mic is on. So the first one is A/B testing, which is our number 24. So A/B testing is when you try out different thumbnails and titles. All right, when you try out different thumbnails and titles. It's a feature in your YouTube studio where you don't get to give your video only one title or only one thumbnail. That is if you choose, or it's not, we're not saying that you must prepare more than one title. No. If you choose, if you so wish, you can just go ahead, give your video its title and upload your thumbnail, all right? But if you would like to compare the performance of different titles and different thumbnails, the A/B testing feature is there for you in your YouTube studio. What you simply do, you click on that section and you put your various titles. You can put up to 3, okay, either 2 or 3, and then your thumbnail as well. You can design more than one thumbnail, maybe 2 or 3, and then you upload in that section. And YouTube will take about, I think, 14 days, 2 weeks to run them. So what YouTube actually does during this process is that it shows when it gives impression of your video. Remember, we talked about impression yesterday, so I hope you remember what impression is. Okay, impression is when YouTube shows your video to people. When people scroll on the YouTube homepage, or they are watching a video, the side menu there, you see different videos. When someone spots your video there, that's an impression. Okay, so what was I saying now? All right. So as YouTube shows impressions of your videos to people, it will be showing at different times. It will show different titles and different thumbnails based on what you have uploaded. Okay, if you have uploaded 3, maybe it will take this time to show one title, okay, one thumbnail. After a while, it will show another one, and it will gather the performance of these titles and thumbnails. That is, it will see how well each of them did. In other words, which thumbnail out of the 3 or 2 that you have put up there, which one did people click on more? Okay, and which title did people click on more? So it will give you the results, all right, after a period of 14 days. Yeah, I think so. Please, I stand to be corrected, but I think so. I think so. If the duration is different, please kindly just tell me in the comments. But I think it's that after 14 days, to give you the various performance of all the thumbnails and the titles that you uploaded, you put out there, and you now get to stick with one. All right. Of course, if I put 3 thumbnails there, and YouTube is telling me that maybe one of them had 60% performance, another one 30%, another one 10%. Of course, I would want to go with the one that gave me 60% performance, okay? Because that simply means that people are clicking more on that thumbnail. And of course, you want what will give you more views, more clicks. So at that point now, you can now do away with the other two and stick to the one that was best performing. So that is the A/B testing feature in your YouTube studio. So if you're not using it, please use it. I've had cause to use it. I've had cause to use it. Even right now, the very last video I, the very last long form video I uploaded on this channel, that was on Monday. I have A/B testing on it, though just for thumbnails, okay, not for the title. And that's another thing. You can decide to do A/B testing for just thumbnail, you can decide to do for just titles, or for both, okay. It's a powerful feature. You should try it out, all right? Okay. So another thing you should know about the A/B testing is that small channels can boost their CTR, sorry, through this A/B testing. All right, it can boost their CTR because with it you get to know what works and then you stick to it. Whatever works will give you more views, all right, more watch hours. So you get to know what works and stick to it. What did I just say? I said that small channels can boost their CTR through A/B testing. So what is CTR? I believe that was our question for yesterday. What is CTR? I just mentioned it now. That's why we are having this series. Okay. As a YouTuber, there are terms you hear every now and then. So you should know the meaning of these terms. That's what we are doing. We're explaining them. Okay. All right. So let's move to the next one. The next one is conversion rates. Conversion rates. Conversion rate. Now you hear conversion rates in a lot of other fields, but we are talking about YouTube here. In YouTube content creation, what is conversion rate? Conversion rate is the percentage of viewers who take action on your videos. All right, the percentage of viewers who take action. Okay. Now, what kind of action? What kind of action? For instance, people can watch your videos and then decide to subscribe, right? In other words, at the point of watching, they were not subscribers, but along the line, while watching your video or after watching it to the end, they tell themselves, I like this guy. I think I'll subscribe to this channel so that from time to time, I gain value from it. And then they go ahead and click on the on the subscribe button, right? So it means that viewer has taken action. So over time, when you compare the number of your subscribers, the number of views you've gotten for a particular period, when you make comparison, you'll be able to get the conversion rates. All right, the conversion rate. I think that should actually be the number of subscribers divided by the total views times 100. So you get the conversion rate. Another action that your viewers could likely take is if, let's say, you have embedded some, you have added some links to your description box, the description box of your video. Probably you are offering some services or you are selling a course or something. You want your viewers to click on a link that will take them somewhere, maybe to where they'll buy your course, your ebook, or anything. The number of people who actually made use of those links, when you base that on the number of viewers for that video, that will give you the conversion rates. Okay, so you could do these calculations over time for your entire channel for particular videos. All right, but the good thing is that you don't actually have to start calculating or start bringing out your calculator and start punching it. Like someone like me Calculation is part of me, all right? I'm very good with calculations. I don't have to do that. Okay. These things are done for you by YouTube in your YouTube studio. All right. But if you still want to go ahead and punch your calculator, fine and good. All right. The YouTube actually does this for you in your back end. So that's conversion rate. Who is that? Okay. All right. So the next one is subscriber conversion. What is subscriber conversion? So that is how many viewers become subscribers. All right. How many of your viewers end up becoming subscribers? So that will give you subscriber conversion. And your subscriber conversion indicates how valuable your content is. All right. How strong, how valuable your content is. All right. So that's subscriber conversion. And the next one, number 27, is returning viewers. Returning viewers. In fact, that one is self-explanatory. All right. From the word returning viewers, you already know what that means. It refers to the people who come back to your channel. All right. People who watch your videos for the first time. Okay. And then another time they come back to your channel to check out, okay, what's going on, what has this person uploaded in the recent time, or they come back to check for particular videos. All right, like me, there are people I'm subscribed to, there are people in this niche I'm subscribed to, and from time to time I just click on their channel to watch something or to learn something. All right, other than getting notification from the subscriber feed, other than getting notification on my own, even when they've not put up a video during new content, I go ahead, I click, and I find out what's happening. So also, when I get notification, all right, when I get notification and I go ahead and click to watch the new content that creator has put up, it all adds up to, me being a returning viewer. Okay, so returning viewers talks about people who come back to your channel after watching your videos the first time. Well, it's our prayer that we have a lot of returning viewers, right? Okay. So the next one, which is number 28, is real-time analytics. Okay. And we'll come to explain that in a jiffy. Okay. The rain has stopped, right? Okay. Okay, so real-time analytics. That talks about the live performance of your video. Okay. The live performance of your video. That is how many people get to watch your videos, how long they get to watch your videos, at what point they drop off from your videos, how many take action after watching, okay, or while watching, how many go ahead to click on the subscribe button. So these all add up to real-time analytics. Though your real-time analytics is actually useful after posting, okay, right after posting, okay, not necessarily after 1 month or after 1 week. You start tracking your videos immediately after posting. Okay, this is not to say you should go and sleep. This is not to say you should take your mattress and your pillow and go and lie down inside the YouTube studio. No. But after posting your video, as people begin to watch, your real-time analytics begin to build up. That's what I'm trying to say. It begins to build up. Okay, it begin to add up, and you start tracking immediately, because by looking at those real-time analytics, you know if you should do anything. Okay, if there are parts of your video you should clip off, if you should make changes to your thumbnail, if you should make changes to your title. All right, so all these add up to real-time analytics, and that will be the end of this section. Section 5, analytics and optimization. Okay, so our next section is monetization. Wow. Section 6, monetization. You know why I said wow? Monetization is one word that every YouTuber wants to hear, you know, because everybody wants to get monetized, right? I discovered that on YouTube, anywhere people see monetization, people want to click, people want to know. You understand? Could this help me get monetized fast? Will this? Is there something I should learn so that I don't get demonetized? You see, even after being monetized, you have to be careful. You have to be careful with your YouTube channel, with your actions. You know, I hope my mic is on, because I don't know if you are aware, there are a lot of channels getting monetized. Okay, these days there are a lot of channels getting monetized. So monetization is one word every YouTuber is keen to know about, to know something new about. No matter how much you know about monetization, you want to know more. You want to know more. That's the thing with that word. Okay, so that will be our next section. We're going to take some terms under that section. So let's begin right about now. Okay. So the first term under monetization is RPM. RPM. Okay, RPM. Now, RPM means revenue per mile. Okay, revenue per mile. This is actually the money that, if you are monetized, if your channel is monetized, this is the money that you earn from YouTube per 1,000 views. In other words, for every 1,000 views, how much will YouTube pay you? Okay, the one that comes to you as the content creator. Okay, I would like to call it the net revenue. All right, you know, in bookkeeping, in accounting, we have gross salary, we have net salary. You are told that your gross salary is what your employer actually pays. Okay, now from that gross salary, your gross salary is what your employer actually pays. Okay, but from that gross salary, there will be some deductions. All right, taxation, your contribution towards pension, some little deductions. Okay, now after removing all those deductions, you will now arrive at a certain amount that is slightly lower than the gross salary. And also, that net salary you arrive at after removing those net deductions, after removing those list of deductions, is what you now take home. That's why net salary is also called take home pay. Okay, that is from the gross salary, the portion that you actually carry with you to your house. That's your net salary. Is that not so good? So let us liken RPM, revenue per mile. Let's liken it to what? Net salary. Okay, so that's the money that you as a content creator will receive or earn from YouTube for every 1,000 views. And this RPM, it differs, it varies from niche to niche. Okay, it varies from niche to even within a channel, it varies. It's not a fixed amount. All right, between this video and this video, the RPM will vary. Okay, even in one video, it varies. Okay, at the onset, the RPM could be higher. As the video ages, it could be slightly lower. All right. So that is RPM, the money you earn per 1,000 views on your videos. Okay. So this is what you actually receive in your domiciliary account, what you can now go to the bank and withdraw and call your own. Okay. Now, other than that, we have CPM. CPM is cost per mile. Okay. And we can liken CPM to gross salary or gross pay. That is, we said gross pay or gross salary is the actual amount that the employer pays before deductions. All right. So that is equivalent to CPM here in YouTube. CPM is what the advertiser pays per 1,000 views on your videos. What the advertiser pays to YouTube on your behalf. Okay, the YouTube will now take its percentage. That will now be the deduction before you now arrive at RPM that is given to you. Okay, so CPM, cost per mile, is what the advertiser originally pays. If your channel is monetized, you'll be enjoying all this. Okay, if it's not monetized, don't worry, just continue striving. You'll get monetized one of these days. Even this channel, we are on the road. We are on the road. We are on that road to getting monetized. Okay, all right, God will help all of us. Now the next one is ad revenue. Ad revenue. What is ad revenue? Ad revenue is the money from ads that show on your videos. Okay, the money from ads that show on your videos. That's simply ad revenue. Okay. Okay, before I continue, just like I said for RPM, for CPM is higher in certain niches, it's lower in certain niches. Okay, and one of these days I'll do a video to show you what the CPM, RPM, what they look like in various niches. Okay, so back to ad revenue. Now, the main income source for many creators on YouTube is from ad revenue. Okay, it's from ad revenue. There are different ways you can earn on YouTube. You can earn from AdSense, the ad revenue. You can earn from affiliates. You can earn from brand deals. You can earn from selling your products. All right, selling your products. Your either physical products or e-products. Now you can earn in various ways. Okay, you can even earn from gifts. Okay, you can earn from gifts, like as we are on this live stream now. If this channel was monetized already, I could be getting super chats, okay, from lovely viewers like you. All right, so we'll get there by God's grace. You may just look at me and say, this woman, she has been talking since, so take this one to buy something to cool your truth. Okay, so by the time you put all this together, these are different ways that creators earn. That's the main income actually for creators here on YouTube. I said main, I did say it's the highest or whatever. Okay, but the most common income that creators have here on YouTube is the ad revenue. All right. And then number 32, which is the last on this monetization section, is affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing. I even mentioned it just a short while ago. Affiliate marketing is when you earn commissions from product links. Okay, when you maybe there's a product out there you like and you feel that this product will be beneficial to your viewers. Your viewers may likely be interested in it. You could get an affiliate link from the seller of that product and you place that in your channel. Okay, most probably in the description box of your videos. And when your viewers get to know about it and they are interested, they could click to purchase that product or that item. And by doing so, the company involved will pay you a commission for making that sale possible, for bringing that sale to them. Okay, you earn commissions. So that is affiliate marketing. This whole thing is called affiliate marketing, and it's a great way of earning extra income here on YouTube. I've seen creators who come up to say they even earn much more money, a lot more money from affiliate marketing than what they earn from their ad revenues. Okay, so that is that about affiliate marketing. And you know one good thing, you don't even have to be, your channel must not be monetized before you can actually be involved in affiliate marketing. Even as a as a channel who is not monetized, you can earn from affiliate marketing. Okay, so that's that about the monetization section. So in a jiffy, we'll go to the next session, which is growth terms. Everybody wants to grow on YouTube, right? Good. I want to grow. I know you want to grow. So there are growth terms that you should be conversant with. Okay. There are growth terms you should be conversant with. And we'll, I'll take a little break so I can have some water, and I'll be back to take that section. Okay. So don't go anywhere. Stay with me. Answer the question. Drop your location in the comments. Tell me where you're watching me from, and I'll be back in a jiffy, right? Okay. So we are back. Let's take our last session. It's actually the last section, and after that we may discuss one or two things. Okay, so the last section is section 7, which is growth terms. Growth terms. Under growth terms, we have number 33 as viral video. What is a viral video? I'm sure you've heard people say I went viral, or I want my videos to go viral. What do we mean by a viral video? A viral video is a video that gains views very fast. Okay, that gains views very fast. It may not necessarily be immediately after uploading. A video might actually get views slowly, and after some time it just picks up and then begin to gain views very fast, very fast, very fast. Within a short time, you're seeing tens of views, you're seeing thousands of views. Okay, so that is a viral video. Videos can go viral immediately after posting, but that's not always the case. A video could even be there, let's say, for weeks or up to a month, and probably something just happened, maybe in the country, they're just discussing something, and then people now remember that, hey, I used to see a video like this, let me click on it, let me watch. And as people begin to click and watch, YouTube will now begin to push it more and more to more persons. And because probably that is an issue that is known to everyone at that time, people just want to click and hear your views on such a topic. Okay, so that is a viral video, a video that gains views very fast. Now usually viral videos are driven by high CTR and retention. All right, they are driven by high CTR. Again, what is CTR? That was our question for yesterday. Tell me. So when a video has high CTR and it has retention, people are staying to watch, YouTube is encouraged to push that video more and more and more. Okay, and it eventually becomes a viral video. The next one is evergreen content. I like this one, evergreen content. Evergreen content. Evergreen content, they are valuable. They are actually assets. I usually refer to them as assets of a channel. Evergreen content are contents that stay relevant over time. In other words, they don't grow old. Okay? They don't get outdated. People don't outgrow them. All right? There are videos like that. For instance, when I started on YouTube, I needed to gain knowledge. How do I do this? How do I do that? You know? And I had to search and watch videos. And some of the videos I watched, they are as old as 3 years ago, 5 years ago. Now, I had to sit down and watch those videos because even today, or let's say even as at the time I was watching them, though they may have been recorded and uploaded 3 years, 4 years, 5 years back, but as at the time I was watching them in recent time now, they were relevant. The lessons, the content of those videos were relevant to me now. Okay, and I believe people will even watch them in future and they'll still be relevant. All right, those are what you refer to as evergreen content. Okay, now they cut across different niches, but there are some niches that may not necessarily have evergreen content. Okay, except maybe like niches, maybe news. Okay, news and things like that. Those things are relevant for the now. Okay, they are relevant when the things are happening. In future, maybe only few persons may have cause to refer to them. Okay, because there will be other current happenings that people will be busy with. Okay, but niches like this, my niche, tutorials, Yeah, anything tutorial, anything how to, okay, is an evergreen content. Even if it is how to cook jollof rice, yeah, yeah, how to make pap, it's evergreen. One of these days, I'll tell you the different things I've learned on YouTube. Okay. YouTube is like a university to me. It's like a university to me. Okay. Forget the university I attended. YouTube is like another university after university because I have learned so much here on YouTube. If I list the things I've learned on YouTube, you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked because I'm someone who is mostly self-taught. Okay, I have skills I didn't pay anybody 10 kobo to learn. Okay, and guess what? I learned most of these things here on YouTube. All right, and most of the videos that taught me these skills are actually old videos. I watch the old ones. I watch the not too old ones. I watch the recent ones. By the time I add everything together, I practice that thing and I know how to do it. Okay. So something as trivial as how to cook jollof rice, or like I also mentioned how to make pap. Pap is one tricky thing to make. Even as a woman, it's one tricky thing to make. Okay. You can be very experienced in making pap and you just make one small quantity one day and it just come out not good. All right. And there are people who don't even know how to make pap at all right? Because the young will always grow, right? So if they didn't have cost to learn it in their homes, they could decide to learn on YouTube as well, you know. So anytime people want to know how to make jollof rice, people want to know how to make pap, people want to know how to make hair, okay, how to do cornrows, how to how to do micro locks, okay. Those are things that people want to learn how to do. I actually have micro locks, and if I tell you that I started my micro locks myself and I maintain them myself, you will not believe it. Okay, I learned everything here on YouTube. My locks will actually be 1 year this month. This, by the way, anyway, will be 1 year this month. I locked my hair last year, April, and I didn't go anywhere. Even before that, I make my kids' hair, I make my hair, you know. I learned on YouTube. I didn't go to any salon to sign up. All right. So what am I saying? These are evergreen content. They are content that will stay relevant for as long as there is human existence and as long as YouTube exists. Okay? So these are evergreen content. So whenever you hear evergreen content, that's what it means. Now you could decide to open channels in niches that will warrant you making evergreen content. That's a very nice thing to do. You know why? By the time you get monetized, you will forever earn from your videos. Okay? I just told you I've had cost to watch videos made years ago. Now, for me to click on those videos and watch, I would have contributed watch time to the creators of such videos. And if the video was created 5 years ago and I'm watching in 2026, it means I'm adding watch time to those videos. And what happens to watch time? It ends up converting to revenue. It ends up converting to cash. So it means this month, if I watch such videos this month, when that content creator wants to get paid by YouTube this month, the little watch time I contributed to that video will make up that content creator's pay for this month. All right, it will make up that content creator's RPM. We talked about RPM earlier, so I'm deliberately using this term so that you know what we're talking about. Okay, so that is evergreen content. You constantly earn from evergreen content. So if you are starting your YouTube channel, you could also put this into consideration. What kind of niche should I go into that will give me the opportunity of making evergreen content, so that I, as I create videos today, I will keep earning from them in the next years to come. I watched a video recently by one of these content creators in the YouTube growth niche, and she was showing us how she in that video she was showing how she created a particular video. I think March last year, no, June last year, and she was showing us how much she has earned from that video between that June last year and March this year. Okay, and it was quite a lot. It was reasonable. Okay, it was nice. It was nice. Yeah, a Nigerian content creator, and that particular video is an evergreen content. Yeah, evergreen content, and she will continue to earn from it even as long as for as long as she operates that channel. Okay, so that's evergreen. I'm taking a lot of time to explain this evergreen content because it's something that I really like. It's one way to keep afloat here on YouTube. Okay, and and like I said, you continue to earn from it. I made this. I'm actually trying to remember a term I used when I started talking about evergreen assets. Yes, I said that evergreen content, they are assets. They are part of the assets of a channel. Okay, because there are videos you may make once the euphoria of that particular topic dies down. Maybe people will not be interested in it anymore. But the topic that will forever gain people's attention. It's an evergreen content, and you continue to make revenue from it. So, evergreen content brings consistent views. All right, it will bring views this year. It will bring next year. It will bring, you know. Okay, so now there's what we call trend jacking. Okay, number 35, we have trend jacking. Okay, please, if you are just joining me, I actually just discovered a setting while in this little break. I discovered a setting that I have on that may actually make people not to be able to comment. So what I'll do after this stream, I'll go and correct. I was trying to correct it, but it was not active for me to do so. Probably because I'm still on live, so I will correct that, and by God's grace, from subsequent live streams, if you're not able to comment currently, you should be able to comment. Okay, I can really think of that. Okay, so but for those of you who have stayed with me, thank you so much. And if you are here, you are watching, and for one reason or the other you are not able to comment, please, I'm very sorry about that. Thank you for staying with me also, because I know you may be watching as well. For those of you who are going to be watching the replay of this, thank you to you. So let's talk about trend jacking. Number 33, trend jacking. Remember, the section we are in right now is the growth terms section. Trend jacking is when you use trending topics to gain quick exposure. Okay, have you seen something like this on YouTube? Okay, let me mention Very Dark Man. Okay, VDM. If you're in Nigeria, I'm even sure people outside Nigeria, you know who VDM is in Nigeria. Let's assume that he just uploads a video For those who are in those niches, though, that is just an example. Okay, it happens in all niches. Maybe he just uploads a video and he says something. Okay, and then you see all other content creators in that niche. You know, in this what do they call those niches? If I don't know, is it gossip niche? Be reaction. Okay, reaction channels will be part of it also. Celebrity, is it celebrity now? There are people that are in those niches. The next thing they pick up that video and then see what VDM has said though. Then they now say their own concerning that topic. The next blogger does the same thing. You will discover that by the end of that day, you are going to see so much content on YouTube just because of what VDM started. Okay, so what are these other creators doing? They are hopping on the trend. Okay, we call it hopping on the trend. They are hopping on the trend to quickly get a share, get a share of the cake, the hot cake as at that time. Okay, they are hopping on trends or hopping on trending topics to quickly get exposure. Now, the person in question, VDM, there's no video he will put out there, or there is nothing that will happen concerning him that people will not be interested in. People are always interested in anything that has to do with VDM. Okay, so that is an automatic hot topic. That's an automatic trending topic. So other creators just quickly hop on it and they make their video on it. Okay, even in any niche, the YouTube growth niche, let's say a top creator in the YouTube growth niche just comes out and say, oh, do this and you get 1,000 subscribers or 4,000 watch hours. The next thing, the other one has picked up that same topic. He has done her own video. The other one has done his own video, and then you just see them coming out like that, because at that very point in time, especially for the big YouTubers, people will be interested. Okay, what has this? As a big YouTuber, you're an authority in your niche. Okay, don't worry, we'll all get there by God's grace. You're an authority in your niche. So when you put out a video, people want to listen to you. So at that point in time, subscribers or viewers on YouTube who are usually interested in such topics, they will be out to listen. Okay, and other I'll call them smart creators, they just look at it that this big fish has put a video like this. Okay, let me quickly, in the next 1 or 2 days, let me quickly get out my video talking about that. Not necessarily copying word for word what the big fish has put out there, but they just put their own knowledge about that topic. They put it out there. So as that topic is trending, because one big fish has put it out there, people are watching. Your own videos could also get recommended, and people will click on them. Okay, so that's that. It could be national issues, celebrity issues, something trending, like of recent in the celebrity niche of recent, I watched something. I think it was what do you call it now? What's the word? I think the premiere. Is it the premiere now? Yeah, of a movie produced by one of the A-list Nollywood actresses. I'm being careful to call the names, okay, because I don't know. Let me not mix them up. I don't know which of them now. Is it Iyabo Ojo? I don't call names now. Is it Iyabo Ojo now? I think she should be the producer. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. So in the premiere of her latest movie, which will be out soon, I think, what's the name of that? It will be Return of Arinze. Arinzo. Sorry, Arinzo. Okay, please, if I'm not getting this right, correct me in the comment section. So something happened. Okay, something happened between two other A-list actresses. I think one went to greet the other, and the other did not respond. And immediately it became trending. It became a trending topic. Okay. That very day I saw it first, a lot other, as in within minutes, few hours, other creators have put out their content there. You know, that's why I said earlier that there are some when we're talking about script, I did say something like there are some niches that it takes you little or nothing to put your content out there. Okay, but we that do tutorials, we will sit down for 2 days, 3 days editing one video. Okay, so the celebrity niche, the reaction niche, is one niche where you can easily put out your video. So within a short time, this creator will come and say his own. This one will say her own. The next few days. So what are the creators doing? It's not as if they are jobless. They're not jobless. So they are doing their work. It's their niche. They are keeping their channels alive. Okay. So what they are doing is that they are quickly taking advantage of that trending issue, that trending topic, to gain exposure for their channel. Okay. And trust people now. People love gists. People all over the world, not only Nigerians. People love gists. You will listen to the same issue. You listen to what this content creator said about it. You'll not be satisfied. You'll see another thumbnail, another title. Let me listen to this one. Maybe this one added something that this one omitted, because you want to know everything about the issue. You will click on this, listen to this, and you are contributing to their views, to their watch hour. Another recent one that is trending now is about this lady that came out to say she has stage 4 breast cancer, and all of a sudden it's obvious that it's not true. Okay, you see every creator out there doing their own content, giving their own view, giving their own narrative. All right, they are giving their own this is how it happened according to me. You understand? So they are riding on the trend. That is what we call trend jacking. Okay, they are jacking the trend, if I may say so. So that's trend jacking. Well, it's a good strategy. It's a good one. I think every YouTuber should, if you want to grow, you have to learn how to adopt that. Okay, because at the end of the day, it boils down to who are you making your content for. I'm sure you are making your content for the viewers who come to YouTube. Now, these viewers, why do they come to YouTube? Because there's something they want to hear. Okay, there's something they want to learn about. So what you're simply doing is that, okay, if at this point in time, this is what everybody, or let's say almost everybody, this is what they want to know about, this is what they want to hear. That's not the time for you to sit down. No. You have to hop on the trend and say your own. Talk your own, as we say in Nigeria. You have to talk your own. Okay, so that when that viewer has heard from this person, you will still come and hear your own. And what do you want? You want views. You want exposure for your channel. You want the watch hour. You don't want subscribers. Okay, by the time you explain your own very well, that viewer may say, I like this person's delivery, and then they click on the subscribe button. Okay, so that's trend jacking. It's a very nice one. It works best when done early. Yeah. It works. Trend jacking does well when done early. An issue, a trending topic does not occur now. Okay, and you are now making your own video on that trending topic next year. It doesn't work. Because that issue would have died down and many more trending topics would have come up. Okay, so it works best for you, for your channel, when you hop on that trend early. Okay, so that's that. Wow. The next term we're going to talk about is watch session boosts. watch session boost. What is watch session boost? Okay. So before I talk about that, let me say hi to those of you who are just joining me. Thank you for joining me. Please, if you are one of okay, please just tell me where you are watching me from and give me your answer to this topic here. Okay. I hope I'm pointing in the right direction. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yesterday was here. I actually omitted something yesterday. Yesterday it was supposed to be here also, but the live stream of yesterday, what do you call it now? The mirror, the mirror camera was not active. Okay. It was not active because actually I don't know. Hey, you know, at times when your camera films you, this is my left hand now, right? Looking at your camera, it should be on the other side. The other hand there should be raised up, right? But when you raise your hand like this and the hand here is raising, okay, it means you're not getting the right sides. Okay, so that was what happened yesterday. I didn't turn it the right way. So today I've turned it the right way. So that's why our question is here. Yesterday it was there. But on my screen is actually on the same position as yesterday. So what are we talking about next? We are talking about watch session boost. Yeah, watch session boost. Watch session boost is actually when your video, when people watch a particular video and that video leads them to watch other videos in your channel. That's actually watch session boost, because that's a boost to your watch session, to the watch session for that video. Okay, that's a boost to it. All right. Now, if you watch a video on how to do a particular thing and then it gets to a point, or to the end, and the content creator now says, okay, to now continue this, we'll continue in the next video. If you're interested in that topic, you most likely go and look for that next video and watch it. Okay. Or you are watching a video and then you see cards popping up. Okay, you're watching a video and then you see a topic of another video by that creator, you see it popping up and you look at it. You may even abandon that particular video and click on it to go and continue there. Or you get to the very end of that video and you see what we call end screens. Okay, and you see there another video by this creator and you click on it to go and watch. In other words, you are still watching, you're still on YouTube, but you are still within the same channel. Okay, that's actually what we call watch session boost. Now, if you're a content creator, you should learn to develop that for your videos. Okay, to get watch session boost, the things you can do: add cards, pieces of cards, pieces of end screens. Okay, and even adding links to your other videos in your description box. Okay, this is supposed to be content for another video. Okay, maybe we will do it in depth. I will just practice how to do it. So this keeps viewers within your channel. You can even do it with a podcast. You can organize a podcast, okay, or different playlists. All right, there are different ways to do these things. All right, so that's watch session boosts, and it boosts your reach. Okay, your reach, it increases your views, it increases your watch time, your watch hours, it increases a whole lot for you. Okay, it increases the performance of your channel as a whole. All right, so that's watch session boost, and that will be a wrap for growth terms, which is section 7, and that's actually the last one. Okay, that's the last one. We started yesterday with performance metrics, and then we went to algorithm and reach. Then today we started from content strategy terms. Okay, click psychology terms, analytics and optimization terms, monetization terms, and growth terms. And we have actually looked at 36 terms. Though out of that 36 terms, I didn't explain two. Okay. Reason being that one of them, which is CTR, was supposed to take that yesterday, but that formed our question. Okay. That formed our question, what is CTR? And then today, I think it's hook. I think it's hook. Yeah, hook. What is hook? So those are the only two we didn't explain because I'm waiting for you to explain them to me. And yeah, some people have actually responded. Let's look at your response. Let's look at your response. Okay. I think everybody that has responded, okay, they are saying it's B. Oh, are you serious? What is hook? That was how all of you said B yesterday too. Oh. What's happening to B? Okay. What is hook? What is a hook in a YouTube video? All right. A says the part where you ask viewers to subscribe. Really? Is that hook? Okay. I don't know. I'm waiting for you to tell me. B says hook is the first few seconds that grab attention and make people keep watching. Really? Are you serious? Is that hook? Is that hook? Is that hook? I don't know. Those of you that commented, you said that's hook. Really? That's good. That's good. So C says the end screen of a video, right or wrong? I don't know. And D is the background music. Are you serious? I think these options are funny. The background music used in videos. Are you serious? Can you hear the background music right now? So that's the hook. I don't think so. I don't think so. So I'll still leave it open. I'm not going to say anything. I'll still leave it open. I'll still leave it open so that those of you who come to watch the replay, you tell me what hook is. Okay. Okay. So also these terms that we have looked at, is there any term that you are not conversant with? Probably you know the meaning, but the explanation you saw in the meaning, it doesn't make sense to you, you still don't understand it. Please, if there's a term like that, just kindly drop it in the comment section and I'll read and I'll answer you. Okay, I'll explain to you if it means now doing another live just on that. Okay, we'll explain that term. Okay, but there are times your questions actually lead us to make the next video so that will explain those things better, not for only you to gain from, but from others for others, for others to gain from. Okay. So thank you so much for staying with me to this time. I really appreciate it. If you have not commented, please tell me where you're watching from. Okay. Okay, so it's been a nice one. Now the thing is that most of these terms that we have talked about, the truth of the matter is that most creators ignore these terms. All right, most creators ignore these terms. Most creators ignore these terms. And after ignoring these terms, they wonder why they are not growing. Like I said yesterday, when you are in a field, when you take interest in a field, let's be honest. We are not all YouTubers before now. Okay, there came a time when we developed interests in becoming content creators here on YouTube. Okay. So at such point, when you develop interest in a particular field, you should actually go all out to learn the language of that field, to learn the terms, the common terms, and understand them. Then there will be some that after understanding them, you need to practice them. In fact, the urge to practice them will actually come from you understanding those terms. Okay, and that will lead to growth. So it's a sad thing that many content creators, they are just here on YouTube just to create content or just to get monetized and earn money without understanding these terms. Understanding them will actually fast track your growth here on YouTube. That's why I use the title I use, that if you do not know these terms, you will not grow. But now that you know these terms, you will grow. You will grow. I beg you will grow. By God's grace, you will grow. Okay. So you are now different. For knowing these terms, you are now different. Okay. So if you have any other term that we didn't touch or you still don't understand, please feel free to tell me in the comments below and we'll shed some light on it. So this is Roque Studios. Thank you for staying with me up till now. What I do, I make content on AI video editing, AI content creation, and YouTube growth tips. Okay, I have faceless channels as well. I have story channels. I have a psychology channel. Yeah. I have a psychology channel, and this is the newest of my channel. Okay, where I make tutorials to teach you things about video editing, things about creating images, animating your images, and also telling you some things you should do, how to set your channel, and all that things you should do so that you speed up your growth here on YouTube. Okay, so if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Okay, subscribe. Go through my channel. I'm sure there are a lot of videos you will find interesting. If you have been struggling to use CapCut, I have videos on how I have tutorials on how to use CapCut on your mobile phone. Okay, so don't say it's because you don't have laptop. On your mobile phone and even on your PC. Okay, I have content on that. I have content on how to create thumbnails. One is on creating thumbnails in Canva. One is on creating thumbnails with AIs, which changes the whole game. Okay, and there's another one specifically for those of you in the faceless story niches. Okay, I have a video that will teach you how to create wonderful thumbnails for your videos. Okay, I have videos on how I have a video on how to master keyframes. Okay, keyframes is something you should be using, especially see keyframe is for all videos. All right, I use keyframes for my video. I show my face. Okay, I use keyframes for my videos, but especially for you that is into faceless channels. Okay, because these days YouTube is trying to ensure that faceless channels are really putting in the work. All right, YouTube wants you to convince it that you are not a bot, you are a human. All right, you are running your channel and you are putting in the work. One way to do that, okay, especially when you have story channels where you use images, even if they are animated, one way to do that is to use keyframes. Keyframes is very important. So I have a video on that. I did say yesterday that it took me a long time to understand how to use keyframes because most of the videos I was watching on that topic, they were not touching a particular area. Okay, until I watched one guy. Wow, I watched one guy and he made me understand it beautifully well. So those areas that were a pain for me when I was learning how to use keyframes, these things I showed them very well in my own video. Okay, so if you watch that video, you must know how to use keyframes. Know how. Okay, so watch that video. I have videos on how I edit my talking head videos. Okay, my talking head videos are the parts where I show myself. All right, either from the chest up or from the shoulder up. There's a way I edit those kind of videos. I did a detailed tutorial on how I do that as well. Okay, so just go through. You will have a lot to learn, and I have a lot in store because actually I just started this channel not long ago, so that because I do a lot of editing work, I do a lot of video creation, image creation, and all that, editing. And I just thought to myself, these processes I follow, to do these things, my faceless channels and all that, I could as well come and set up a channel and teach people how to do them because um, I love to transfer knowledge. Okay, I love it. It's something I do well by the grace of God. And that was when I set up this channel. Okay, just about a month ago. So there are some a channel like this should have some basic tutorials. Okay, so when you're looking for something, you know that, oh, it will be in that channel. So I'm taking time to create those videos now. I'm taking time to create them. So after I've gotten those basic ones, I'll spend more time on things like YouTube growth and other important things. So also, if you have not set up your YouTube channel, if you're watching me and you've not set up your YouTube channel or you want to set up another one, I have videos on how to set up your YouTube channel using your mobile phone, and whatever I taught there using your mobile phone, you can replicate that if you're using a PC. And a follow up to that video is how to optimize your new YouTube channel. Either your new YouTube channel or your existing YouTube channel, but probably you don't know if it's properly optimized or you've not even optimized it before. So when you watch that video, you know how to optimize your YouTube video because there are a lot of settings when you create a YouTube channel. There are a lot of settings you should put in place. Okay. Then also, if what is stopping you from creating content on YouTube or even setting up your channel is because you don't have beautiful aesthetics around you, you feel your surroundings is not nice, it's not touched enough. You don't have beautiful background, or you just want a studio background, so you're saving money to buy all the gadgets, all the decorations, all the fittings and all that before you start. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. Okay? You can actually use a fake studio background. A fake studio background. Even if it's not a studio background, if it's a living room background, a room background, a garden background, whatever kind of background, you can set up your YouTube channel and begin by using a fake background. When I started this channel,